What up, Smart Rabbit Gang? This is the Dissection series, and today we're going to break down YouTube as a business so you can understand, one, what it is, how it works, and also why you need to understand it and how you can utilize it as a business, because you generate money from this as an artist. That's how this stuff works, right? So today we're going to talk about YouTube, the mammoth streaming platform that makes it all possible. I also want to say this real quick. A quick fact is, you got to realize, still to this day, a majority of music streams, I think it's 64%, don't quote me on that, but I think it's over 60% of music streams still come from YouTube. So people still stream their music the most on YouTube over any other streaming platform. You gotta realize that. It's very powerful for music artists as well as building your brand in other ways. YouTube is crazy influential with the way that we consume media nowadays. Songs, music, videos, and all kinds of content. Everything gets seen on YouTube generally. In this video, I wanna go over what YouTube is and how they became what they are and how the policies on YouTube became what they are today. Plus insights from music artists and content creators, as well as any other people trying to monetize their content on YouTube, because I do that very well. I also made this video to show you lessons that you can learn from YouTube's success. This is Smart Rapper, I'm Rob Level. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell when you do, because I release a video every single day and you're gonna learn so much. A whole team of people helping this all move forward, and then all of you guys and girls, 200,000 people. Let's get into it.
Anything I know is you ain't built like this. Hit it so I make a brain say quit. I ain't no fraud, no gangster or goon. I just wanna accept disrespect or lose. Now follow me to greatness, show you what it take. Show you how to use curse, show you how to hate it. Hungry for more like a Lloyd Banks playlist. Still like the only person not up in the matrix.
Real quick, just so you know, the song that plays in the intro is my new song, Built Like This. You can check that out. Link's gonna be below. You can get it on Spotify, you can get it on Apple Music, whatever you want to. Go check that out. I'd appreciate you, all right? It's hard to remember a time when YouTube didn't really exist, right? But when you really think about it, it's really not that old at all. YouTube was first launched in 2005, and it was actually created or started up by 3 guys who worked at PayPal. Now, they got the idea when they realized there's not just one central location where videos can actually be shared at. The YouTube domain name was actually registered from a little spot above a pizza place, but don't worry, because these guys did not have to struggle for very long. Wait till you hear this. Later that year, they actually received an investment from Sequoia Capital, which are also the people who invested in Google and Yahoo and a bunch of other big companies. And they used their connections at PayPal in order to get a hold of these people at Sequoia Capital. They're using the resources that they had. Had they not done this, all this stuff may not have came together, and that's the power of also having a network, okay? You always have to use your current network if you can to expand your future network, okay? Don't disregard connections from your past that may potentially be helpful to you right now. Otherwise, you're hindering yourself, you're limiting yourself, okay? Everybody knows somebody, and they might know who you need to know. A year after this, Google bought YouTube for $1.65 billion, and the site wasn't even in England yet, or any other countries, and they had never had a sale. You know, it's insane. And at the time, YouTube only had 68 employees. Damn, that's actually really crazy. Now there's another good lesson here, is that you should always try to build income streams for yourself, right? And I always tell you that anyways, because you never know which one's gonna take off and give you an opportunity to build your next one. Because you could build a business and then sell it, and you only build this value by your consistency of your work ethic, okay? So do it, go work your ass off. It only took the YouTube guys 1 year to make $1.65 billion. Imagine what you can do. Now think about this, at the time of this buyout, YouTube was only generating $15 million a year in ad revenue. That's it, only $15 million. So here's the third lesson for you guys. They sold for over $1 billion at a time when they weren't worth anywhere on the same planet as that. Why? YouTube today is worth $86 billion. Now, obviously, Google knew the value and power of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you can see the value of the future, that's what you need to be looking at. Like the value in yourself. Like, nobody knows that you're worth money right now, except for you, right? Nobody knows what you're going to accomplish except for you. You have to be able to see the value in things. Because like, people look at you, they're like, oh, you ain't gonna do it, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, but I know I'm worth $1 million. I know I'm worth $100 million. I know how much money I'm worth. You don't know it yet, but I know the future value of something, okay? So looking at the current value of YouTube being at 86 billion, it would have seemed crazy for them to have accepted anything less than 1.65 billion. Think about it. So don't sell yourself short or be short-sighted in business, okay? It could cause you to accept much less than what you're actually worth, okay? By 2007, YouTube was worldwide, and according to the information, just YouTube alone used more bandwidth on the internet than the entire internet did in 2000. That's insane. And in 2008, YouTube won a Peabody Award for its contribution to democracy. YouTube is a democratic platform because it hosts videos made by people, for the people, available for free. Now by 2009, only 4 years after it was created, YouTube was getting 1 billion views a day across the videos. That's insane. We're dissecting the shit out of it. Now here's something I found in my research for this that I didn't expect at all. YouTube has a really tricky business model, so stay with me here. It's enormously expensive for YouTube to pay for everything that it costs to host all of these videos uploaded by everybody. It literally costs millions of dollars a month just in upkeep to host everything. Well, of course it does. It's a lot of videos. The ad dollars that it generates, though, barely even makes a dent in the cost it takes to run it as a platform. I'm gonna show you an example, okay? At the time, YouTube was bought by Google. Remember, I told you they were making about $15 million a month, okay? Just 2 years later, it was still only making 1 million more. It was only making $16 million a month in ad revenue. And that's not normal because most businesses that are bought, they usually grow and expand at a crazy pace. Profit-wise, it was barely growing. What's more, YouTube actually lost $470 million in 2009. And of course, because Google bought it, Google was on the hook for it. Which ain't really nothing to Google, it's Google. This is, well, it's probably the reason why YouTube has a policy where they refuse to reveal the profits. Probably because they're at a loss or they're not making enough money where it's impressive. It takes a lot to run a business like that. A lot of bandwidth, a lot of hosting. I wonder how much YouTube's even really making. If you've ever grown a small business or watched Shark Tank or The Profit or seen that episode of The Office where Michael Scott hires more people, so of course the cost of everything goes up.
Hold on. Ty, I would like you to crunch those numbers again.
You might be in business, but you're gonna keep going into debt to keep your customers. You can undercut your competitors for a while, but eventually you're gonna be losing so much money, you're not gonna be able to stay in business. You're not going to be able to afford to keep running the business efficiently. By hosting content for free or allowing you to watch it after you watch an ad, YouTube is undercutting other content hosting providers. And that means that they do that at their own financial loss. Now, of course, YouTube's making more money with the more people they get on YouTube. They allowed everybody to monetize YouTube, which is great and everything. And that means that they're making more money because everybody's able to actually have ads put on their videos that companies buy and place on the videos. So the more people, the more ads can be sold. You know what I'm saying? So of course, that's good for them. But those extra people mean extra hosting budgets. They need more servers. They need more everything because there's more people. And not all those people even generate views. A lot of people upload videos and nobody even sees the videos. And also, their site can never crash because if it crashes, they're screwed. So that means that they have a lot of programmers on a retainer to fix any issue that ever happens ever. That's a lot of money. Now they attract more people with their ad money affiliate program, okay, for anybody that comes and creates content, like myself. But they also have to split their profits of the monetization with us 50-50 so that we can get paid, which means that they're paying out more than they originally anticipated in their original business model. That keeps us happy and that keeps us continuing to create content, because if we didn't, they wouldn't make any money. There's nowhere to place ads if we don't create the content. That includes you. Now, why did I bring this stuff up? Because YouTube is hugely successful, yet it has issues and weaknesses just like any other company, even though it's massive. It's the top 5 website in the world. 86 billion, bro. And as I discussed, YouTube faces 2 huge problems. Money and content. They need more money and will do anything to earn it, and they need more content. That won't get in the way of that. As an independent artist today, you do have to understand their system in a way so that you can monetize yourself on the system. So there's like a background on it, and so maybe you can understand it a little bit more. I wanted to do this video so you can understand how to work it for yourself and how to work it for your music. And I learned this lesson big time with the lyric video of my song Spray, because they took my video down, screwed all my plans up. Get in the way of YouTube's money machine. They'll do everything they can to get in the way of yours. Don't give them a chance. Be smart and creative with the way that you deliver your content, okay? Knowing YouTube's policies will help you navigate their platform more effectively. In the industry today, you really do need to know how to work YouTube for your music career. You really do. Because, well, it's freaking more people stream on it than ever, like I talked about. I'm Rob Loveless, Smart Rapper, and this has been Understanding YouTube as a Business. Hit me with a like, hit me with a subscribe. I actually made a YouTube course that you guys can check out. I'll put a link below for that, because the YouTube course, it goes pretty deep into YouTube and how I built my channels and how I got everything to grow, how to write scripts, the equipment you need, all this stuff. I'll put a link below for that as well. Hit me with a like, hit me with a comment. What do you think about this? And please hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell when you do so you get notified every time I release a new video. Keep hustling, gang. I'll see you again tomorrow with another video.
Smart Rapper Gang.